the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Florida Gators offense will get the football first. Last time these two met, the Big Dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Wants to throw on first down. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Sweet cut there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. This time on target. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out to that?
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on third and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Working the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Motion from the back. Snap to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Trying to run it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Gator! A great catch and run for 6. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the
turning it on. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Off play action. Using the quick game. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. The pull and throw off the RPO. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely perfect. Are forced to settle for 3. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll go to the ground. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Hand off to the lone back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. They'll run the screen. Powers through. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and goal, where the strong come through. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They've got the lead and tried to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up 14 over Pittsburgh. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's complete to the left. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense set on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man across the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Working that left side now. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. He's going to take off. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the tight end. Runs through a tackle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. The Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The screen, he can go. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Into the end zone. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside. Defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, it's a one-possession game, down 21-13. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The lone back's got it. Powers through the defender. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Gators and Bulldogs. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The play-action fake. Nice catch along the sideline and great effort to stay in bounds. Georgia lining up to punt it away. to put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete to the right. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Hands it off. Got the first down and more. All out of space. Touchdown Gator! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Ole Miss found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Oxford. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We'll send the tight end in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got him downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Makes the grab. Oh, what a caught. Made him miss again. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You don't see a ton of wide receivers come in as true freshmen and just take over the game and be the best player on the field. Man, he's done that as a true freshman. It's been amazing to watch, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy hunt as a receiver, which is not a normal thing. So it kind of shows you what kind of potential he has. He can win it as a freshman. He can win it as a sophomore. Shoot, he can win it as a junior. This guy has unbelievable talent.
Fires to the tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. He'll set up to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The give from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll They'll go to work in the air on second down. He makes the grab. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Calls it in, looking for space. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The kick is on its way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He'll work his way down to the 28. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last position. There he goes. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Gators want to move quickly.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Not all DBs make the play in the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. High the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Puts it out of the air. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Gators come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Snags it over the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Things working pretty well for this defense. Out of a dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down, still moving. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. The Bulldogs line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. This offense doing business in the red zone. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by 10 over Pittsburgh.
Wants to go up top on 1st down.
Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Motion from the wideout. He breaks a tackle. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Gators come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He'll keep it himself. The offense coughs it up. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful back. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on third down. Georgia sends out the punt team. He'll take it on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got it, looking for the first down. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. They'll run it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with second and 13. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Right back to the well. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Power football with the run. Nice move to pick up yardage. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.